Welcome to One America News. And thank you for joining us on our very first episode. It's the David Trump Show. And we're all about praising our courageous, handsome, glorious leader, President Trump. And I want to thank OAN, One America News, for giving me this opportunity to speak and giving me this show. And you may ask yourself out there, is your name really David Trump? And I would say, yes, my name is David Trump. Now, of course, unfortunately, I am not related to the Trumps. I wish I was. If Trump was my daddy, I would hug him every day. I would be so proud to have Don Jr. and Eric and Ivanka as my brothers and sisters. And Melania is my mom. I would breastfeed with her. I'd still be breastfeeding if that was my mom. But I legally changed my last name to Trump in 2017. I was raised in a liberal family, taught to believe I needed help from the government and handouts, welfare, and different services from the government to help me. My parents, they were, liberal, commie, Maoist, Stalinist, Nazi people. And even today, they're still alive, they're old, but I get a call from them all the time. Like last week, I got a call from my liberal mother telling me that she fell in the backyard and twisted her ankle, and my dad, who's in a wheelchair, couldn't get down the stairs to help her. And I said, that's just like liberals. That's just like you, Mom. That's you. Because all you want is a handout. You think your entitlements, that's all you care about. You need a handout. You need the government to come and help you up and get you to the back door. And I was like, no. See, this is what you wanted. You wanted a socialist country, so now you got it. Socialism. There you go. You're out there laying on that ground getting bit by ants because you believe in socialism and communism and all of those things. And I have to take, these are my red pills. I need to take my red pills to wake me up and keep me alive. Actually, this is my antipsychotic medication, because sometimes I hear voices and see things, What the fuck is that? But anyway, forget that. But these are my red pills. This is what keeps me sharp and what keeps me on the prize, my eye on the prize of praising Donald Trump. And, I always look at it like this. It's like God, and then there's Trump. And I think that, Trump, Jesus gave birth to Trump, because he's amazing. So let me, you learned a little bit about me. So I want to start every show with the Pledge of Allegiance. So everybody out there, put your hand over your chest or give me a salute, and let's say the Pledge of Allegiance together. All right, I pledge allegiance to the flag of Donald Trump and to the totalitarian regime in which Trump began, one nation under God, invisible, with liberty and justice for most, especially if you're white. That's why I wear a white shirt, because I'm white. So, in this first episode, I'd like to talk about the insurrectionists that happened on January the 6th. And, you have these patriotic Americans, these patriots who, President Trump asked us to be there, and we went. And like Trump said, it was a love fest. And people accused us of attacking the Capitol Police. We support, the thin blue line, Blue Lives Matter. And we support cops who are on our side. You don't arrest Patriots, we support you. You beat up black people. You beat up Black Lives Matters. You beat up Antifa. That's who you beat up. We're white. You don't beat us up. You don't arrest us. You don't even give us a hard time. We're there support you. We support the police and we support the military. As long as you do what we want, then we respect you. But the FBI, the three-letter agency, CIA, they can all go to hell. I know people say they're cops, but they're part of the deep state, so they're not really cops. They're cops. They got a little shiny badge, but they're not really cops. They're part of the deep state. They're that socialist China virus people that just want to keep their feet down on patriots. But what I want to talk about is I want to talk about all of these patriots that are being held in little tiny 8x8 cells, locked down 23 hours a day, not being given bonds, not being able to bail out. This is what you do to black people or to brown people when they have a little bit of weed on them or a little bit of coke, or they're driving down the road with a busted taillight. If you don't kill them in the streets and they do make it to the jail cell, then you hold them indefinitely, give them such high bonds that they can't bail out, and even though they haven't been convicted, you treat them like the worst criminals on the planet. But that's what you're doing to the patriots. That's what you're doing to us. That's what I was saying earlier. The cops are supposed to support the white people. That's why the FBI is part of the deep state, because they're out there arresting patriots who just went to take back our country. Yeah, we support the Constitution, but what everybody forgets is we only support the parts of the Constitution that we like. For example, I'll give you an example. Okay, all of the socialist big tech companies, Facebook and Twitter and all of these things, YouBoob has been taking our material down and banning patriots, banning President Trump from their sites. You don't ban us. You ban the Black Lives Matter people and the Antifa people. That's who you ban. We're white. Don't you understand? There's white in my beard. I'm wearing a white shirt. We're white. You ban the other people, the undesirables. You ban the China virus people. You ban all those tops. So, let's get back to the Patriots. So, there's this old saying out there. I don't know who said it. Probably some great, General Stonewall Jackson or, Robert E. Lee, that patriotism is the virtue of the vicious. And that's what you have to be against these socialist scum. Vicious. So, George Washington, who said that, you're 100% right. Patriotism is the virtue of the vicious. Because we have to be vicious to fight against the liberal socialism, communism stuff. Because we don't like that. And it's evil, and again, it's against Jesus. And, Jesus never talked about socialism. One time, never once in the Bible is the word socialism. So it's wrong. Jesus knew everything, and he never talked about socialism. So socialism is evil. It's from Satan. Satan is the one who started talking about socialism back in like the 60s or something. So anyway, so what we have to do as patriots, I want to talk about this. Antifa. This is why we don't support the FBI, because I don't see them out there arresting Antifa. We have the tough guys. We have the Proud Boys. We have the 3%ers. We have the Oath Keepers. We go out there like child in Kenosha that shot those people. We kill the undesirables. We're helping the cops. We're protecting property and business and job creators, because the rest of y'all are a bunch of takers. So you don't care about it. You didn't build it, so you just burn it down. Whatever. Who cares, right? Right. But Antifa, that stands for anti-fascist. So you may say, ooh, fascism, that's like, Mussolini or Hitler. No, we're fascists for God. We're fascists for guns. We're fascists for our Bibles. We're fascists for our version of America, which is the greatest country in the world. Sure, we don't, have health care, but in the Bible they didn't have health care. Jesus healed you. If you get sick and die of the China virus or cancer or heart attacks or high blood pressure or diabetes, that's on you. Jesus said your days are numbered, so boom, that's it. So why do you need health care? Your days are already numbered. Jesus already said. So when you die, you die. That's just part of it. So health care is a waste of time. And we believe in the sanctity of life. We hate little babies being killed. And that's the evil, satanic Democrats that want to kill all the babies. A baby needs to grow up so he can become a consumer, because that's how our economy works. That's why we need more babies. Number one, to keep white people in control. We need more white people having kids. The others, no, we need to sterilize them. But, whatever. I don't make those decisions. Whatever. But anyway, back to my point. White people need to control our own destiny. And we need to make sure that we stay in power, because we created civilization. We built the first big cities. The Egyptians are building like pyramids. Woohoo! We're building like great architecture in Rome and Greece and places like that. So anyway, we're the best. So we need to get rid of Antifa. The FBI needs to arrest them and show us that they're no longer on the deep state side, that they're on the Patriot side. And we need to support President Trump, and we need to stay on the audit and get Trump back in office so we can create the totalitarian government that we want, where we have the white people and people with money up here and then everybody below. They're below and they do all the shit work, right? Because they don't have no education and they don't really have, culture. They just like mill together and do whatever. And that way, we'll be a strong country. Oh, and babies, another reason. We need babies for war. Because you can't have armies without babies that grow up to be soldiers who fight in wars. See what I'm saying? Now, me personally, I ain't never served. And Trump, he had bone spurs. He didn't serve. I think I might have a bone spur, but I'm not sure. But anyway, but usually those are the lower classes, so they protect the rest of us. See what I'm saying? So who cares? And so we care about life, and we care about Trump, and we care about God, and we care about guns, and we care about our Bibles, because the Bible is the only truth there is. And we keep fighting, and the big lie, it's only a lie from your perspective. From our perspective, it's the truth. That's what I'm telling you. Think about that. You think it's a lie. We think it's the truth. Argue that. Argue that for me. And the Patriots need to stay strong. We need to love Trump and worship him. Like, look at Biden, such low energy. Biden, nobody cares about him. You don't see none of his supporters wearing hats and shirts and driving in big caravans like us, because we're crazy. We're crazy for Trump because we support him. It's like Jesus is coming back, but first he sent Trump. You know, they've been telling us for 1,000 years that Jesus is going to come back. Jesus is going to come back. Well, he never showed up. But maybe he sent Trump to usher in his coming back. You ever think about that? That's real truth right there. That's truth. So that's what we do on this show is we spit truth. You know, we're casual. I'm not wearing a suit. I'm smoking a cigarette. We're casual because we want to talk the truth. The mainstream media, they want to just send lies. Just send lies out there. But we talk the truth. We talk the truth. You know, we support cops who support us. We support the military who support us. And white people that were in January 6th should not be locked up. Those cells are established for black and brown people. You know what I'm saying? You know why we built those prisons? Who were we trying to keep in those prisons? Not white people. And what else do we need to talk about? What else can we talk about on this first episode on One America News? Well, we could talk about, let's say, what else is out there that we can talk about real quick? Oh yeah, the audit. It's coming out. The truth is going to be exposed. And like Mike Lindell, a guy that sells pillows, he knows what's up. And Trump's coming back. You may not think he is, but he is. He's coming back. And when we're in power, we're going to consolidate that power, put Trump royalists in positions of power, and we're going to crack down on everything. We're going to crack down on all of it. And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a utopia. It's going to be the second coming before the second coming. The storm is read the book of Revelations. That's what y'all don't get. It's the book of Revelations. And if you don't believe in the Word of God and you don't believe in Jesus and you don't send me $100, then you don't know what you're talking about because you're a atheist, communist, socialist, Maoist, faker, Antifa person. That's BLMer. You're a BLMer. That's what it is. So, I hope you like this first episode and stay right here to get all your news on One America News. And I just want to talk about a sponsor real quick before the end of the show. We have a sponsor, white chocolate. White chocolate. Look, like brown chocolate and black chocolate are the chocolates that give you diabetes, that make you fat, that are filled with peanuts that you bite down and you might crack a tooth. Black and brown chocolate is dangerous. White chocolate is chill. It's sweet, but not too sweet. It's for a delicate palate. And white chocolate just, looks so much better sitting there on the table when you have friends over. White chocolate, the civilized chocolate. So this is the David Trump Show. I hope you enjoyed the first episode. Thank you very much, and good night.